Music Theory for College Prep Unit 6. As usual, we will review the previous unit before adding to our knowledge. This is Lesson 18. Number 1, F is forte, MP is mezzo piano, decrescendo, P is piano, 2 P's is pianissimo, 2 F's is fortissimo, MF is mezzo forte, and this right here is a crescendo. Now we're going to clap and say the count out loud, keeping the dynamic markings in mind. Start with mezzo forte. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I'll read number 3 out loud while you check your dynamics. Use every dynamic sign learned above at least once to mark the appropriate dynamic signs on the lines beneath the story. "Wake up," whispered Ron to his brother Stephen. The boys walked softly out the door. They heard the moderately soft sound of a distant airplane, which became gradually louder and roared very loudly as it flew overhead, and then faded away gradually. Stephen said, "Let's play basketball," in a moderately loud voice. They shouted a loud "yes" as they ran to the park. This is Lesson 19. This is a staccato. This is an accent. This is a fermata. This is a tenuto. And this or this are both a sforzando. Now we're going to clap and say the counts of each example and 2 at the appropriate tempo marking, and also the appropriate dynamic marking, and also the marked articulation. There is so much to pay attention to in reading music, and we don't have to even worry about melody. Remember 2/4 time, piano, staccato, allegro, and this means we hold it until the conductor says to stop. Since we don't have a conductor, just hold it twice as long. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Largo means very slow, 3/4 time, mezzo forte. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And finally, the 4/4 example is performed moderato. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Lesson 20. Number 1. In writing music, tempo marks tell the rate of speed. Number 2, a very slow tempo marking is largo. Number 3, a lively and fast tempo marking is vivace. Quickly and cheerfully is H allegro. Gradually slower is D ritornando. Lively and fast is B vivace. Moderately is A moderato. Moving along walking speed is G andante. Very slow is F largo. Gradually faster is E accelerando. And slow is C adagio. Lesson 21 is like a crazy road map. For the first example, we start here and read straight through to the end. That's our first stop. And our second stop is back to the beginning. And our third stop is fine. That means the song is over. Number 2, we start right here. First stop. Second stop, back to the segno. And third stop, fine. DCL coda. Start here. Travel through to the DCL coda. Second stop, back to the beginning. And you jump when you get to the coda to the coda ending and finish there. I'll let you check your answer to number 4. The ear training for Unit 5 was very arguable, so if you have something different but similar, it would probably be considered correct. For example, in number 3, if you heard the accelerando start in measure 3 instead of measure 2, no harm done. This is the Unit 5 review. I thought number 1 was kind of fun. I'll give you a minute to check your answers. Time to start Unit 6, which starts to use the piano keyboard as a visual aid to understand flats, sharps, and naturals. We will also discuss the terms enharmonic notes, whole steps, and half steps. We have a lot to learn. This is the last unit in Book 1 of 3. Unit 6 begins using the piano as a visual aid. I'm a little biased towards the piano because I started taking piano lessons when I was 6 years old and completely fell in love with it. I was also a piano major for my undergraduate degree. In college, I loved the solitude of the piano practice room. I learned so much piano repertoire, but I was also in my college's marching band, symphonic band, and wind ensemble. I have also sung in community choirs and have been a public school choir director for 10 years. That being said, my musical experiences are diverse to say the least. I love all music, but the piano, in my opinion, is the embodiment of music. Therefore, I think you should start to learn the basics of the piano, like how it's set up. There's no time like now. The piano is set up according to clumps of black keys. There's 3 black keys and 2 black keys alternating over and over again. So if I were to play all of these sets of 2 black keys, I would ignore this stinky note. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now I'll play all these sets of 3 black keys. The note to the left of the set of 2 black keys is a very important note. It's called C. I'm going to play all the C's. The notes in the middle of the 2 black keys is a D. I'm going to play all the D's. From there, it just goes up the alphabet. C, D, E, F, G. We stop when we get to G and loop back to A. There's no H through Z in music. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and now let's talk about the black notes. Lesson 22 is about flats. Those are the black notes directly to the left of the white notes. This is an E, so this is an E flat. This is a D, so this is a D flat. This is G, so this is G flat. This is A, this is A flat. This is B, this is B flat. This is a flat symbol. It looks like a lowercase b. This is a sharp symbol. It looks like a hashtag. This is a natural symbol. It looks like a capital L with an inverted capital L attached to it. You won't see a flat, sharp, or natural symbol without a note directly to the right. Unless it's in the key signature, keep your pants on, we'll get to that. Here's what I mean. Even though the symbol is to the left of the note and comes first, you say the note first. This is an E flat. This one is a G sharp. This one is an A natural. I already told you that if the note is flat, it is the black key directly to the left of the note. Sharps are opposite. If a note is sharp, it's the black key to the right of the note. This is C. This is C sharp. This is A. This is A sharp. Natural just means the plain old note, not sharp or not flat. This is G flat. This is G sharp. This is G natural. We usually just call the natural note by its letter name and leave the natural off unless we have reason to think that the note is already flat or sharp. You'll see what I mean further along in the book when we start to learn about key signatures. If you're an observant person, you probably thought to yourself, if C sharp is called C sharp, what the heck do we do about D flat? The answer lies within a word called enharmonic notes. All notes have more than one name. For the sake of sanity, just worry about two from now. You choose what you call the note depending on the context of the music. If you're dealing with a song that uses sharps, you would say C sharp instead of D flat. If you are dealing with a song that uses flats, you would call this note D flat. You will very rarely deal with music with both sharps and flats, but with music, there's no such thing as never. Only usually. I'll use the word enharmonic in a sentence. B flat is A sharp's enharmonic. Also, F sharp and G flat are enharmonic notes. But what about the double white notes like B to C and E to F? Don't freak out, but sharps and flats don't have to be black keys. Like C's enharmonic note is B sharp. Got it? B sharp is C. C is B sharp. F flat and E enharmonics. That leads me to my very last topic, whole steps and half steps. Half steps can go up or down, aka higher or lower. They're the closest possible movement. So a half step up from C is a C sharp, or D flat, just pick one. A half step down from G is G flat / F sharp. Okay, here's where most people get confused. What about a half step lower than F? See, people lose their minds because there isn't a black key in between F and E. Let me tell you, it does not matter. The rule is half steps are the closest move possible, and the closest move possible down from F is E. So there's your answer. A half step lower from F is E. Now go get a pen and paper. Go, go, go. Now number your papers 1 through 10. Number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ready for the answers? Here we go. Hopefully, you got them all right. Half steps were actually the hard part, so good for you. Common sense tells you that 2 half steps make a whole step. Guess what? That's totally true. Okay, let's practice some. A whole step up from F. Count half steps. Half step, half step. That's right, the answer is G. A whole step down from B. Half step, half step. That's right, the answer is A. A whole step up from A flat. Half step, half step. The answer is B flat. Now for the tricksters. What is a whole step down from C? Half step, half step. That's right, the answer is B flat. What's a whole step up from E? Half step, half step. F sharp is the correct answer. On the back of your paper, number 1 through 10 again. We'll see if you have whole step movements down pat. Number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Let's see how you did. This is actually supposed to be a flat. I was in caps locks. Again, I hope you aced this. As I already said, in actual music, not just exercises, you will rarely see sharps and flats together, especially in the context that is in ear training track 35. I believe that this exercise does not follow the natural flow of learning music and will confuse students more than help them. So, on your ear training worksheet, you can cross number 6, track 35 off. The next session, we will go over the answers to the Unit 6 homework and then review all the terms in Units 1 through 6. I have given you all the information needed to complete Unit 6. Till then, good luck, work hard, and wing up,